Welcome to my boyfriend's rants, guys.
Welcome to my boyfriend's rants.
Hopefully the audio is better than the last one.
The last one was
Anything's better than the last
fucking
one.
piece of shit.
Sorry about that.
It sounded like we're talking on the styrofoam cups to the fucking mic.
So today we're going to talk about, well, you titled it Hellscape.
The Hellscape. We titled the Hellscape. I had a quick question for you before we even get into all that. This is like fluff news, like TMZ shit.
Oh God.
Why don't you like the sound of music?
I don't know. I never liked it. I thought it was fucking the most boring thing in the world.
It's a good movie.
I haven't watched it as an adult, so I can't judge it as an adult. But when I was younger, I wanted nothing to do with it.
It's an Austrian man with, a lot of fertility. He had 8 fucking kids, and he hired an Austrian nanny with a fat booty.
That woman did not have a fat booty.
German ass. She was a smash, fucking smash. And she was teaching the kids how to sing and how to love music. And he wasn't a Nazi, but he was like sort of like a Nazi. He was a fucking Nazi. That movie was bullshit.
I'm not alone in this, right?
Who else doesn't like the sound of music?
Plenty of people. I personally know people that agree with me that it was absolutely horrible. Not that long ago, they had played it on TV. Like, they made like this huge thing about it because the sound of music was on, I don't know, like one of these channels. Like
channel.
Yeah, no, it was like ABC or something. And everyone went crazy, and like it was like a special.
It's so funny. There's channels that play like old shit, and you expect it. Like TNT always plays Matlock or Quantum Leap. Some bullshit, some ridiculous. The Beastmaster.
Why don't you? I was just gonna say, why don't you tell them what your favorite movie is?
The Beastmaster.
Don't ever use that as a security question, no.
That movie's amazing. It's the Beastmaster, and then the Beastmaster's 2 Through the Portals of Time. And he has 2 ferrets, Kodo.
Because the first one wasn't bad enough, they made a second one.
The second one was dog shit. I think the second one had worst movie. Or something, the worst budgeted movie ever made. Like, it lost money. People were like, people got killed. People got fired. It was
Heads
bad.
rolled.
Heads rolled. But the first one was about this ancient warrior who lived in the hill country, and his barbarian tribe came and wiped out his family. And he could talk to animals. He had magical powers. So he had a hawk.
Hold on, but the animals spoke back?
No, they didn't. No. He could read their minds. So he had a hawk.
Like telepathically?
Telepathically. He had a hawk, he had a panther, and he had 2 ferrets. And they would go on quests and adventures together. And John Amos was in that movie from Coming to America. He's the dad from McDonald's. He was in that shit. Some fucking little Mexican kid and some big titted redhead chick that was pretty hot was in that movie. It's a badass movie. If they remade it now, no, fuck it. They'll fuck it all up now with CGI. But that movie was badass. It was like a sword and sandal film.
No.
The Beastmaster, ladies and gentlemen, watch The Beastmaster.
I'm sure it's better than The Sound of Music.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
I'm telling you, I'm not alone in that. There's a lot of people that don't like it.
No, because the 80s had good movies. They had Best of the Best.
Sorry, we're drinking beer and he's super
Kickboxer,
gassy.
Bloodsport, Red Dawn with Charlie Sheen and Patrick Swayze.
Let me ask you something. Well,
Roadhouse.
I'm trying to figure out, like, maybe I'm really bad at this, but we were born in the mid-'80s. How do you know about 80s, like, so much 80s movies?
Because my dad used to take me to watch all this shit. There was nothing else to watch.
I mean, I was born in 85. So, I mean, when was E.T. made?
In the 80s.
In the 80s, right? But that's like the classic. What was...
But my dad wasn't normal. He's like, we're going to the movies. Fuck it, just watch this shit. Howard the Duck.
That was fucking creepy. Howard the Duck was fucking creepy.
That was my favorite movie as a kid, too.
He was creepy.
He was banging out, what's her name?
I totally judged you. When we first started dating, I remember you mentioned Howard the Duck, and I was like, I was judging you.
No,
like,
he's
that
cool as fuck.
motherfucker's creepy.
No, because he's a duck in a parallel universe, and he's hanging out, and then he gets transported through a wormhole, and he's on Earth. He's like, what the fuck is going on?
But he's scary looking.
No, he's not. He's just a duck. He's a cute
No,
duck
like
with a jacket and
he's not
jeans
cute.
and Levi's.
He wasn't cute.
Some Wranglers
He was
on him.
fucking weird.
It's a fucking duck. It's just the duck that he talks.
What was the name of the robot? Fuck, that he used to read really fast and
Short Circuit?
Yes. Oh, I loved that movie. I used to love that movie, although I couldn't remember the name of it.
Or Police Academy with Mahoney.
I don't think I don't know if I've watched that.
You never watched Police Academy?
I don't know. If it were playing, I can probably be like, oh yeah, I've seen
About
it.
the cops? It was like the original, not super bad.
Super Troopers? I love Super Trooper. You know they're making a second part, right?
Police Academy, that's just a spin-off of that shit. Police Academy was the original, about like a ragtag team of cops. You had Mahoney, you had the black dude that used to make all the crazy sounds with his voice. Remember, he used to do all the sound effects with his voice. He used to beatbox.
When back in like
2000? The 80s.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know so much about the 80s like you do.
The 80s were great movie-wise. It was great. Like, not special effects. It was dog shit. But like, The Predator came out in the 80s.
Predator is good.
What's the other one? All the movies with Stallone, Rambo's, the Rocky movies came out in the 80s.
True.
The 80s was bad. Some fucking badass movies in the 80s. They don't make shit like that anymore. Now it's all sensitive. Now you have to have a black dude and a gay dude and an Asian chick in every movie.
You have to have like a token black guy.
You have to have a fucking some like, you know what I was thinking, and we're probably about to lose fans here. I was watching Black Panther the other day. All it is the Lion King.
I fell asleep.
It's the Lion King with Batman. It's the Lion King with Batman, and they put a little bit of Coming to America in it.
Oh my god.
Right? That's all it was.
I don't know if I fell asleep.
It's the Lion King.
I'm sure it was good. I heard that movie had great reviews.
But it wasn't better. It wasn't. Here we go with this white nationalist shit. It wasn't better than Thor Ragnarok. For sure, Thor was way fucking better. I'm so sorry. It just was. Because people hyped it up like, oh, you have to go see the Black Panther. And the Black Panther was the guy, he's in a mythical country who has superior technology than everyone else.
Yeah, I saw up to that part. I saw like the first.
And they're from Africa.
Maybe 10, 15
mythical
minutes of it.
and just an extra piece of land in Africa that everyone happened to fail to notice. But okay, whatever. And
it's like deep into like an impenetrable forest.
He eats exactly. He eats a special plant. Let's just call it a shroom. He's just high off fucking shrooms and he's fighting bad guys with super technology. That's all it is. He's on Ibogaine. He's on Ibogaine tripping his balls off, and then he goes off and he fights mercenaries. And then they had the black guy from Creed.
Why didn't I ever have any awesome experiences like that when I was on acid?
Oh, I should have a lot of awesome experiences like that.
I mean, I didn't have any experiences like that. I mean, it was more of... I was like... it was at the fair.
It's a movie. It's just a fucking movie, obviously, but... What I'm trying to say is it's just a rip-off of The Lion King. His dad dies. He becomes the king. Then...
but a lot of movies are like
it's just the same... No, but The Lion King...
Like a lot of movies have the same storyline. It's just like fucking like romances, right? Or like these like stupid like... I mean, I'm not going to call it stupid because I like the movie, but I have a vagina between my legs, so I'm entitled to. Like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Your typical chick flick. But there's a million of those, and you can already know from the beginning scene what's going to happen in that movie, and you still watch it. It's one of those like, they fall in love, and they're not supposed to fall in love, but they end up happy together. Like, that's like every fucking romance.
Is that the one with
like
Matthew McConaughey?
Yes.
Matthew McConaughey made dog shit movies for years, and then out of nowhere, he just started making good movies.
What good movies did he make?
He made Interstellar, which is really good.
That is a
good movie. But then he also made like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days in fucking Sahara. But
is that the one with the same? I can't remember her name right now.
Then he was in Dazed and Confused.
She's Goldie Hawn's daughter.
Yes, with Goldie Hawn's daughter. He was in Dazed and Confused. Where he's like, all right. I like him. You know, he's a pedophile in that movie. Then he was in he's in a lot of movies.
He's an okay motivational speaker. I don't know what college it was for, but he did a...
Texas Longhorns?
I don't know. On one of my crazy trips of like motivational videos I was watching, he came up and it was good.
No, I like him a lot.
I like him too. I like the parody that Jim Carrey did of him when he did that commercial of the
Lincoln.
Yeah, that he was acting like he was rolling up a booger. Yeah, that was fucking gross but funny all at the same time.
Is he dreaming me or am I dreaming him?
You know, that's one person I really want to meet is Jim Carrey. I would love to sit down and have a conversation with that dude.
Great.
No, he's
Let's get out of the bedroom first, and then we'll figure out. We'll start getting our agent to call fucking celebrities for you. Yeah. Jim Carrey.
No, don't you have people that you would want to? I mean, living and not living, everyone's got people that they wish that they could speak to.
I would have to sit down and think about it. Who I want to talk to? What kind of question? I think I'm because I listen to a lot of podcasts, but it seems easy when there's like a conversation going on, but it's hard. It's an art to practice. Because if you think about it,
conversation.
Yeah, it is, because if you think about it,
if you have good chemistry, I don't think so. But if you make it awkward and you don't know how to start a conversation, then yeah.
Exactly. It's an art. It's an art form, because if you have 300 guests from all different walks of life, day after day, year after year, it's an art form that you have to master. Because if you have, let's say, for instance, you want to talk to a biologist or an astrophysicist or an actor like Jim Carrey, you know, obviously Jim Carrey, for what it's worth, is like a profound human being. He's an artist. He's an actor. He's been around. Why I want to meet him. He has a lot of experience. Like you not saying that you're stupid, but you're not on the same frequency as he is, you know, as far as life experience. So it's somebody that he's not in our social circle, right? So to sit him down in front of us to interview him, you know, it takes, you have to build up to that, right? In my opinion. Like, I would have to build up to that.
I understand what you're saying, but I think him personally, it would be.
Oh, yeah, I'm saying.
But no, I understand what you're saying.
I'm not saying
but
him.
There is an art. But there's also, you're in the training of that. And in sales, that's one of the gifts that salespeople have when you're a good salesperson, is that you're able to pretty much have a conversation with anyone and everyone and connect with them in some way. It doesn't have to be so profound.
No,
but still be able to keep up a conversation and engage.
But with sales, there's an objective. So with sales, you're trying to get to understand people's wants, needs, or desires, right? So that's sales, because you're trying to achieve an objective. With a conversation, you're just having a conversation because you're interested. So if we have Neil deGrasse Tyson here, right? He wants to educate you, talk about his subject and about the cosmos, right? You have to have some interest in that in order to engage in that conversation with him, right? In order to, or even if you don't, he'll make it interesting, I'm trying to say. But still, if it wasn't him, if it was a guy who was a little bit more monotone, but you still want to hear what you have to say, right? It's an art form, is what I'm. It's not easy.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I get it.
It's not fucking easy. It's just hard as fuck.
Oh, I can't wait for the day that we can actually have Jim Carrey on the show, though. It will happen. Mark our fucking words. It will happen one day.
It will fucking happen.
It will happen. So, piggybacking off of that, how we want to get big enough to be able to have Jim Carrey on the show, not necessarily in our living room or our dining room table. We moved it out of the bed, guys. We're slowly moving up.
In her bedroom after a threesome. Jim.
You want to have a threesome with Jim Carrey?
Oh my god! If you write me a check for it, like in that movie Indecent Proposal with Woody Harrelson and Demi Moore.
Holy fuck! Hold on, wait, because this podcast brings out a lot of things that you wouldn't necessarily bring up during normal conversation. You've mentioned swinging, and now we're talking Indecent Proposal. So let me ask you something. Some dude walks up to you and says, "Hey, your wife is fucking hot, right? I want to take her for a night and do whatever I want with her. What's your number?"
Let me see your bank account, sir.
You asshole.
And I want to pack the Waldorf Astoria with a couple of escorts. All right, on top of my check.
Oh, you get escorts?
Yeah,
too?
You get some. I can't get some. What the fuck?
What the fuck? You just pimped me out in a very high class way.
You
just pimped me out in a very high class way, and now you want escorts?
You're about to be a millionaire.
Would you like the fur coat and the fucking baby powder too?
I'll forgive you for your sins that one night. if you forgive me for my sins for that one night. I may be a sinner, but I'm willing to pay for my sins.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So I'm at the Waldorf Astoria at the Hilton, right?
With a bunch of whores? Well, I'm getting banged by some
old dude. With a bunch of hookers
dude.
and blow. Huh?
Well, I'm getting banged by some old guy.
And then the next day we go together holding hands to chase, right? And we cash our check. We act like it never happened. What happened to the computer?
It's okay. It's alright.
We act like it never happened. No, because in that movie, Woody Harrelson, he gets all uptight. He's like, I can't believe you fucked him. You know.
Wasn't that agreement from the
of course,
from the beginning? Why are you getting upset?
You guys just paid your mortgage. Relax. The guy's like 85 years old. Who gives a fuck? It's fucking Robert Redford. Anyways, because I could go on this shit all night. The Hellscape, and if you don't know what the Hellscape is if you sit in 45 minutes of traffic with constant anxiety, like you're going to Vietnam, and then you get off your office, and then you have to pop a Xanax just to deal with the morning meeting, because they have to jack you up like the Wolf of Wall Street out there, and then sit down in your cubicle. That's called the Hellscape. And if the highlight of your day, like many of us, like mine is to take your little break and go sit in your fucking toilet and scroll through your phone. That's called a hellscape. And if you're living that, you're in the hellscape. Right now I'm currently in the hellscape myself.
We both are.
And it fucking sucks, to say the least.
We both are. So what I was gonna tell you earlier that I waited to tell you now for the podcast, since we were talking about work. I know a person that was supposed to have the day off today because they had family from out of state come down, and they've only been here for a few days, and she wasn't able to hang out with her family because of work and like hours that they've asked her to put in extra on top of what she's supposed to work. So she was supposed to have off today to spend with her family before they left tomorrow. And they asked her yesterday before leaving work if she can come in today on her day off. And she said, listen, I always say yes, but I can't because I have family from out of town.
They don't give a fuck, though.
So management got upset, right? Kind of gave one of those like those dickhead indirect comments, right? Like a very passive aggressive comment. Mm-hmm. Like, how fucking dare you not come in because we asked you to come in. And she walked in this morning and I looked at her, I was like, what the fuck are you doing here? And she was like, they told me I had to come in because the kicker is someone quit out of fucking nowhere yesterday and they had no one to cover. So there's like a floating team and they couldn't ask for assistance. So long story short, she got fucked out of spending time with her family to come into work at like 8 something in the morning. And this poor girl had a hell of a day. And I know this because she sits right next to me and everyone she had to deal with was whacked out of their goddamn mind. There was a 17-year-old boy that he didn't have issues. I don't think it was like psychological issues. It was more of like the lazy kid, like get your fucking head out of your ass. Like what have you been doing for the past 17 years with yourself? Where he opened an account and he had to sign his name and he didn't know how to sign it. So she had to give him post-it notes and he was playing with his sister and his mom like, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. He went through like 10 post-it notes to try to figure out his fucking signature. And this poor girl is sitting there on her day off wanting to blow her brains. And prior to that guy sitting at her desk was that nutcase that I told you that was cracked out like on meth. That was pretty much screaming at her.
Well, what happens is
poor girl.
Companies don't give a fuck. All they give a fuck about is the bottom line. And that's it. America is overworked, overstressed, overweight, over everything, you know. And because right now, like monies are God. There's no God. It's like money is the God. Over here, it's buying, selling, media, marketing, how much you have, and what you look forward to is, again, sitting in the toilet looking at your Instagram or what the fuck you're gonna go eat in the weekend. It's terrible. Like, it's fucking terrible.
You can tell the difference when you enjoy what you do in someone's attitude and their personality. For example, the people that I work with that are out of state in Iowa, I mean, I talk to these people, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning for them. Excuse me. It's 7 o'clock in the morning for them, and you talk to them and they're cheerful. Like, they're positive. And it's not one of those like fake, I'm putting on the smile because I have to. Like, they're just genuinely happy because they like what they do. And you know what their commute is in the morning? They have zero traffic. It takes them maybe about like 10 to 15 minutes, maybe max, to get to work. And they have a scenic route of nothing but like fields and trees to then come to work in a nice environment, you know, and you actually like what you do, and then you get back home at a reasonable time. You're not pulling your fucking hair with people in traffic, screaming at people, or living in the city like we do in Miami, where almost everyone here is an asshole. It's like very rare to not
every
find
major
a dick.
city. It's every major city that I think has that problem. It's not just exclusive to Miami, but
no, of
but
course.
I also think that that's the sacrifice and the price you pay for being one of the wealthiest nations in the world. Is you're sacrificing to the god of money time. That's the sacrifice. That's the lamb that you're giving it. You're giving it fucking time, and it's your time. But
you're not even giving it to something that you enjoy.
No, of course not. No, because it's unfortunately, you know, you can't. Like, I wish I could pay to fucking work out or something. I can't get paid to do that, you know? I mean, there's people who make a living who figure it out, and that's great. But until you figure out how to make a W-2 off that, you unless you're a trust fund baby, you have to go fucking work. And hopefully you could do something halfway decent where you could enjoy. If not, then it's just you're paying a rent that's too high, a cell phone bill that's too high. You know, just bullshit. People try to fill that void with more bullshit, from the iPhone 6 to the iPhone X, for the 2016 fucking Lexus to the 18 to 19. Like, it's always some.
Yeah, but we're not programmed since small to do anything that we want to do.
No, that's what schools are,
creative.
but no, because that's what schools are. They're built to make industry workers. That's it. They don't get to school for critical thinking skills. That's why they make you pass a test. They want you to be task workers, industrial workers. Like we heard on that podcast, America was designed to incentivize corporations to win, not people, corporations.
Yeah, but Joe Rogan nailed it on the head when he said that, you know, you're like a square peg, and they're trying to shove you into this, like, you know, circular, or I might get the shapes wrong, sorry, Joe, but you know, like,
I'm sure he's listening.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he is. Let me dream a little, please. And they're just trying to shove you into this fucking thing that you're not, and it slowly chips you away. And it's true what he said. At the end of the day, you're so tired from working 9 to 5 at this bullshit job that you don't give a fuck about, that at the end of the day, by the time that you get home after the traffic and everything else, you're exhausted. You don't want to do anything else. You don't want to work towards something that you're actually passionate about.
A big problem too is people trying to find their passion. That's a big thing too. It happens to, like, for instance, example would be soldiers. You know, they come home from 4 years of active service or 6 years of active service, and they did something so profound, something that had meaning to them, whatever that high risk stakes job or task that they were doing, whether deployed or homebound, and they did it at such a young age that when they get back, they have to go work at a fucking sales department and meet quotas and metrics and goals and people, or customer service.
So sad.
Yeah. Or be a barista and be bitched at because you use, you know, soy milk instead of, you know, low fat or whatever the fuck. So that's another thing too. Like, you know, that's one example of many. But like a service member coming home, and again, you do something so profound or meaningful for you at the time. You don't have to agree with the politics or the ideology behind whatever you were doing, but whatever that task was had meaning and purpose, even if it was danger behind it. that to get back, and then you have to find like meaning in something else now, right? You have to find a different avenue. So that's why there's a lot of depression, PTSD after you come out. Yeah, because of that, because you're fucking. It's like, oh fuck, what the fuck do I do now?
Well, like,
you know, again,
said in the past, life keeps going on.
Of course, life keeps going on,
but I'm not.
You by
and you don't.
But I'm not. Yeah, and again, you can't be a victim of your past and live in nostalgia. But
no, it's
again, it's like the guy like Ted Bundy, like not Ted Bundy. Yeah.
Oh my God.
What's his name? From the fucking.
Okay, where are we going here?
Not Ted Bundy. What the fuck's his name from the show Married with Children?
Al Bundy.
Like Al Bundy. Mm-hmm. My name's Al on the phone when I sell people. That's why people don't buy shit from me. His name is Al. He's like a used car salesman. Fuck that guy. No, like
you have
Al
to tell
Bundy.
them why you go by Al.
Well, later. Fuck that. No, Al Bundy, right? Mm-hmm. The whole premise of the show is he works. He works at
shoes.
Not only shoes, women's shoes, and he's miserable, and he hates his wife Peggy. But he's always in nostalgia and lives in his glory days of his Heisman High School football trophy.
That's true.
That was the pinnacle of his life. That was where he peaked. And then that's where he found meaning and glory in whatever he was doing. After that, he didn't. That's like the sad part of the show. That represents what's going on in America now, which is like some people didn't even get that much. They didn't even get the peak because they don't know where their peak is. Can't even find it. They don't know what it is that they're good at. They don't know if it is that they're artists.
Because we never had the opportunity to explore that and nurture that.
Exactly, because they suppress that. Because since the time you're 5 years old, they sit you in a fucking kindergarten class and they tell you not to move. Not to fucking move.
Which is the most cruel thing in the fucking world.
How do you tell a 5-year-old not to move? How do you tell a child
not to jump or not to scream?
And then what you do is you bombard them with homework for fucking 2-3 hours of homework.
Yeah,
so you can't play in the afternoon. Kids have to play. That's how you develop your creativity, your imagination. That's how you develop your mind. Yeah, you have to learn how to count. You have to learn how to read, of course. But those other things are equally, if not important, right? And it's getting worse and worse nowadays because now the way they nullify your ass is the digital world. So now you want to go get home and you want to be on your phone all fucking day.
Which I wanted to talk to you about that too.
Or be on a fucking PlayStation, and you don't see kids out on their fucking bikes anymore. You don't see kids playing a pickup game, a scrum. Shit that, believe it or not, is part of character development for like a kid.
Yeah, you know how many trees I fell out of, and how many fucking bikes I rode, and how many adventures I had outside.
So the problem going on is you go to these fucking jobs, and they exploit the fuck out of you because they can, and because people accept it. I was at work today, and pretty much you work for free. You work overtime on the weekends for free. They make you come in. They don't make you come in, but they bully you into coming in. They guilt.
Don't you ever dare say where you work for now, because you are not painting a pretty picture.
It rhymes with whole region.
What the fuck?
And it deals with vacations. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my God.
My pocket. I can do whatever the fuck I want. No. So they give you that Jew guilt, right, into not working and shit, and you're doing it for free. Okay. If I tell you what the base was
Jews
a year,
wouldn't do that shit for free.
No, of course not. If I told you what the base was a year, you would fucking cry. But okay, they do it for free, and it was a girl. Like, you can't look at it that way. You have to change your mentality on it. You have to think of it different. What the fuck? There's no way different to think. You're working 90-hour work weeks. And then it's a revolving door on top of the fact. Okay. Well, what the fuck? You're getting exploited.
In that girl's defense, right? Because there's always going to be a different perspective. And it's how you look at things. It's what's going to help you get through whatever fucked up situation that you might be in.
Except that her face is melting off and she's fucking 30. She looks like she's 40.
But she wants to fucking do it. And if she's going to do it, she has the right attitude about it.
The other day, she was sitting down, and she felt that her eyeball was going to pop out of her fucking skull. She's like, I need to go home because something weird is happening with my eye because I've been sitting in this fucking desk.
No, I'm not.
And she doesn't take a lunch. She sits there during lunch, and she keeps dialing away. She keeps working.
I'm not saying that what she's doing is right. What I'm saying is that it's your thought process when you do things, right? Because if you're gonna have to do something, might as well try to look at it in the positive, right? So why are you gonna make yourself completely fucking miserable? Again, I'm not saying that the system is right or we should be working as hard as we work. I'm saying in this girl's particular situation and the way that she's telling you to look at it differently, the way that she sees it is, okay, I'm not gonna gain, like monetary wise on this front where, you guys are only gonna pay me for the 40 or 80 hours and not the extra fucking 30 that I put in, but that extra 30 that I put in, I can make the potential of so much more.
I think you're slaves in Egypt. And I think I'm
not arguing that.
You're neglecting the Exodus. That's what I think. Because when you start thinking that way, when you start conforming that way, and you let yourself be exploited, and you're like, oh, let me look at the positive. Oh, let me, it's a.
How much is that chick making?
I don't know how much she's making.
I'm not telling you to sell your fucking soul to the devil, but.
Yeah, but what she's making, she sacrificed. In life, nothing's free. What you make here, you pay here. So she's paying for it somewhere else, right? That's what I'm trying to say. And if she was doing it because she was the best. Let's say, I don't know, she opened up in acrylics or a hairstylist, and she loves doing it. She's working 90 hours a week, but she's doing something she loves. This job she's doing now is a burnout job. This is not something she's going to do for 20 years.
But okay, do you know what her final goal is?
There is no final goal. That's the whole point. That she has no final goal. What I'm trying to say is she's letting herself get exploited, and instead of saying, okay, it's my pet rattlesnake. It doesn't bite. I mean, just look at it different. And no, fucker, it's a rattlesnake. Or let me ignore the landmine that's about to explode in front of me. That's crazy. That's conforming. That's letting yourself be exploited. That's like letting the Nazis take the Jews into those trains and walk right into those fucking gas chambers. Why don't you? Go right ahead, breathe it all in. You're good to go.
I'm not fighting you on that.
That's crazy.
I'm not disagreeing.
What I'm trying to say is it's okay to work hard, and it's okay. There's a carrot at the end of the stick where you're incentivized by yourself to go put in that extra hour because you want to take that vacation, because you want to go buy that fucking shiny stupid ass car or whatever you want to do, right? But when the company or the corporations or whoever the fuck the case may be is exploiting your ass and pretty much telling you, hey, you have no choice.
Yeah, at what cost is that carrot at the end
what
of
cost
the stick?
Okay. Like, how long can you carry that cross? Yeah, okay, there's a potential to make, but again, life isn't about money, it's about balance, and we lack balance here. Like every other country, I get it, we're the best, we're the strongest military, we're the best. Okay, at what cost? in Australia, they'll take paid 2 months paid. They call it holiday.
Do they really?
2 months paid holiday. Their people are happier. They're outdoors. They're breathing fresh air.
I don't know how the fuck they're outdoors with all those crazy big ass insects they have. Like, their spiders are the size of this living room.
Your friends in Iowa right now are so happy.
Yeah, they are.
I remember this because when I lived in Montana, you would go outside and you would breathe the fresh air. You would see the mountains. You could see every star in the sky, and there was a lot of leisure time to just. I don't know how to explain, but you're out in the world. You're out in nature, and you're doing something. You're being physical. You do what the body was meant to do, not to sit in a motherfucking cubicle for 12-hour days. 6 to 7 days a week.
Yeah, because right now days are getting up at the crack of fucking dawn to sit in traffic to go to a place that you despise, to then sit there for 8, 9+ hours, miss out on the day, to then take another 2 hours to try to get home in fucking traffic, and by the time that you see it, it's like 11 o'clock at night. You haven't done shit with yourself, and you're sitting on a goddamn couch watching TV.
Speaking of which, this is completely off topic.
What?
I would love to move back to like Montana, Colorado, like that northern hemisphere.
I would want to go visit.
You have to see it.
I'm not as cultured as he is.
Once you see it, once you experience it, the big sky country, and a lot of people are like, there's nothing to do out there. There's nothing to do here. You just think there's things to do.
No, I'm not. No.
Well, not you. I'm referring to you. I don't refer to you.
Yeah, the only thing.
Oh, my robot's
Siri
talking.
wants to get in on this.
Shut the fuck up about that.
Oh, by the way, I know it's off topic. We'll get back to moving to Montana or somewhere. But I read an article today that Amazon has their thing. I think it's Alexa. Amazon's like smart home shit.
Oh, like the smart house?
Yeah, like the shit that you fucking talk to, and it's like, hey, Alexa, like, remind me of this, or play this, or whatever. It's like a Siri, but a stereo. Anyways, the point is that...
It's like Siri's obnoxious is your name Alexa.
Huh?
Her name's Alexa?
I knew a chick named Alexa. Fuck, I shouldn't have said that. Fuck. Anyway, well, now I can't tell you what I was going to say about her. But anyways, because we said names.
Is she listening right now?
I'll tell you
Alexa
off the
fan?
podcast. Honestly, I don't know. She would probably be the one that would listen to this podcast, but then I don't know. I don't know. Totally.
She couldn't even find it. I can't even find this thing on YouTube sometimes.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, we're just starting.
Fuck negative Nancy.
I mean, no. Again, she might find it in the future. You're right.
Anyways, that's not the point. The point
Social media.
is that let me go back to Alexa really quick. I read an article today that a family was recorded in the privacy of their home on a conversation, and this fucking thing sent the conversation. It recorded it and sent it to a random contact in their phone. So the entire conversation that they had was sent to someone on their phone. And it happened that the thing got hacked by I don't know who and fucked the whole thing up. So you know how everyone says like, oh, Big Brother is watching, right? Like all our smart TVs and our smartphones, and you know, like our TVs have the capability of obviously talking to it. It's got to record your voice, right? Back, I want to say like last year, the year before that, there was a report done that shows you how the TV is constantly recording you even when it's off. It's recording your conversations, right? But nothing's supposed to happen with that information. It's supposed to stay within or whatever, but someone hacked into it. The point is that someone hacked into these people's conversation, recorded it, and sent it to someone off of their phone. Can you imagine? Like, God forbid, like, you're fucking or something, right? The TV starts recording and just, like, send it off to, like, your grandmother.
That's insane.
Or, like, your boss.
Why would you buy that fucking thing? What's the point of that? What else does that do besides, like, fucking blackmail you? Nothing?
I don't know. And so I think we're considered millennials, but I don't, based on that definition of millennial, I don't feel like I fit into that, like that stereotype, right? Because millennials are very into like their technology and shit like that.
We're not millennials. We're something else.
Based off of the years that you were born, like that chart, I think we fall under that label. Maybe.
You know what I was thinking right now?
What?
It's a little bit off topic, but you mentioned, I didn't realize myself, I have been a negative
We never
Nancy.
stay on topic.
Fuck it, who gives a fuck is my pocket. I have been a negative Nancy.
Yeah, no negative Nancy's here. We're positive Patties.
I have been a negative Nancy here. You know why, I think? Because I'm in the fucking Hellscape. And it drains your goddamn soul.
But that's why I said every single day, like, I have my goals, you have your goals, right? And we have our joint goals. But every day I am making a conscious effort to do something towards that's going to get me closer to where it is that I want to be in my goal, right? So, by the way, it's 11 o'clock at night, okay? We're tired as fuck. But this is fun to do. But at the same time, we want to nurture this, right? We would love for this to get bigger.
And on that note, everyone has to donate $1 to my cause. The fuck out of here. Well, anyways, I think I'm fucking about.
What?
I think I had everything I had to say about the Hellscape. I probably have a lot more to say, but it's,
are you trying to close this out already?
I'm trying to close this out. I'm trying to close this bad boy out already. Huh? Because
you didn't even talk about it.
We did. It sucks. Huh? It fucking sucks.
The point is, since negative Nancy over here wants to be so negative with shit, is don't get caught in the rat race.
Well,
and if there's something that you guys want to do, then pursue it.
Especially if you're, and if you don't have any kids and you're still like.
Even when you have kids, don't put restrictions.
Well, I'm saying it's harder with kids, but
it's still doable.
What I'm trying to say, it's like if you're a teenager and you're listening to this shit.
Oh my god.
Like if you're a teenager,
seriously.
If you're a teen and you're listening to this shit.
Get your heads out of your asses, please.
Stop listening to your ego. I know you're insecure as fuck.
No, I'm not.
No,
I'm not.
Get over it. Get over it.
Dude, we've all been there, though.
Yeah, we've all been there.
I know I was an asshole.
Avoid the hellscape. Do what you love. Follow your heart. That's the most positive thing I can say to you today. And
seriously, that's what I try to still in.
And yes.
In my baby.
And on that note.
School isn't for everyone.
And on that note, I know Sarah's riffing right now. She wants to riff and freestyle.
Yeah, I want another beer.
But I cannot, because that second beer just made my ass lazy. And I'm pretty much boo. And I said what I had to fucking say.
Talk about coming back with a fucking comeback.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. I've gotten appeased. That's L Cool J.
Oh, by the way, I think Will Smith is trying to rap again.
About what?
I don't know.
What is it? Wait, hold on.
I never liked him as a rapper.
Is it his son that? Is it his kid, the one that does the he's not a girl or a boy shit?
No, I think he might have had a phase. I don't know if he's still doing it or not. Which, by the way,
was it Jada? Was it Jada Smith or was it fucking?
Jada's his wife, baby.
No, not Jada. I'm sorry. The one who did the karate, not the karate. Jaden.
It's his son's name is Jaden, which I love that name. His daughter's Willow, and like a weeping willow, I guess, like the willow tree. And I don't know what the oldest one is, what his name is, but I saw a picture of him today. He's super attractive. His oldest son is like a hottie.
Well, they're good looking. Like,
no, Jaden and Willow are kind of like
Smith
whatever.
Is a good looking guy, and Jada Pinkett Smith is.
But that doesn't mean that two good looking people have good looking kids. Like, okay, for example, Bruce Willis, I always had a fucking crush on. Right? He's a handsome man.
No,
what's
but
her
he's
name?
not.
What's her name? I can't remember her name. Demi Moore. Demi Moore is very attractive. She's very pretty. But Bruce Willis isn't like an ugly guy. Maybe he's not like the most gorgeous dude, but he's not fucking hideous, right? But their kids are not cute.
Because I don't know.
I'm sorry if I sound like an asshole for saying that.
Who gives a fuck?
But like,
no, but you're not. I mean, what am I trying to say? What do you mean? It's.
What's the sound of?
I don't know. I'm not a geneticist. I don't have no goddamn idea. Bruce Willis he's a good looking guy, but he's not your quintessential. He's not like Will Smith good looking.
What the fuck are you talking about?
There's a difference.
What the fuck are you talking? No, if it came down to Will Smith and Bruce Willis, hands down, fucking Bruce Willis, especially when he was younger.
It's an acquired taste, number one, and number two. What I mean is,
I said just you shut your mouth because you were like the
one has more masculine features and the other one has more feminine features, right? So, again, this is all bro science right here. But I'm assuming, okay. But when you have a guy with some feminine features who's attractive, with a woman, right? What the fuck am I even fucking saying?
What are you saying?
The kids are gonna come out metrosexual as fuck. That's what I'm trying to say. No. I'm ready. What I'm trying to say is Bruce Willis's features are he's a handsome guy. He's rugged looking, but he's not like.
So does that mean that
like
if Brad we had kids Pitt, together,
like you know how Brad Pitt is a handsome guy, but he's also pretty, right? He's pretty to look at. You get me?
I guess so. Bruce Willis isn't pretty to look at. They're gonna fucking look rugged as shit.
Yes.
Because I'm pretty and you're rugged.
Yes.
That sounded so vain. I just called myself pretty, but I am.
Oh, and we're done. That's it. We're fucking done. That's done. If you have any input, You could email us at.
Oh, was that my cue?
Uh-huh.
What's our email address?
My boyfriend's rant at gmail.com.
Okay, so we know that his cap is 2 beers.
We're gonna yeah, it is, especially after working all fucking day and trying not reading Don't Die books and
Baby.
No, I'm messing around. I'm messing around. No, what I was thinking, and I'll say this out loud on the podcast, so we have it on record, is switching the days, doing the podcast on Saturday afternoons instead of after work on the weekdays. Mm-hmm. So either do it like on a Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, you don't like the way we sound when we're delirious?
No.
Okay. Because
what's going on now is my brain is numb from mindless work all fucking day. I'm talking to fucking absolute retards. So by the time I come home, I don't feel like talking anymore.
That's true.
And my opinions are dull. Like my mind is dull. I don't feel as sharp as I usually do throughout the day, right? So I'm not up to your level right now, sharpness. So I'm thinking to switch it up when we're both well rested for the weekends at some point. You know, maybe on a Saturday afternoon or something like that, or a Saturday morning, early in the morning, when I have plenty of shit to say, right? And you do too. and then we riff off
we're
there.
Like polar opposites. I'm the night owl, and you're the morning person, not me.
Yeah, and then we do it in the middle of the day. We do it different because again, right now I'm beat. I wish I could give you a better product, a better show. I just fucking can't right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's a few things that I want to touch on.
And this shit's fucking free, so go fuck yourself. If you don't like it, whatever. You know.
So Podbean gives us the option of being able to like not charge people, but have people like donate. And I think we would. I
just insulted our entire fan base. Yeah. I don't think they're gonna donate anything.
If you guys like this, share it with people, please. Fuck, get us out of these bullshit jobs. Like,
that's not how you're gonna get it, sir.
Yes, that's exactly how you're gonna get it when you beg.
Begging on the mic, please, for the love of God, save my life. Go fund me, please. That's not.
No, I'm not asking for funds. I'm not asking for money. All I'm asking for is a share.
You just took a shit on yourself. You just took a shit.
No, look. If you like it, just fucking share it. That's it. Or just fucking play. You know what? Look, instead of
I want you to listen
shitty
back
music,
to this podcast before we release this shit. You understand this? This shit bomb you're about to send out there right now.
You know, I was so excited the other day because I was sitting in traffic, and you know assholes that like to put their windows down and blast their music and subject everyone else in traffic to listen to their bullshit. Some chick actually was playing decent music. She had Red Hot Chili Peppers on. I appreciated her because she was playing legit.
Maybe someone else who doesn't like the Red Hot Chili Peppers doesn't appreciate her. So.
I appreciate her, and that's all that mattered at the
But that's
moment.
the thing, because you're being selfish. Oh, as long as I like it, you can play it as loud as you want. No, you fucking can't.
Because I'm the queen of the road.
I'm the queen of the road. No. For that matter, play your music as loud as you want.
At a reasonable tone, guys.
No, as loud as you want, but keep your fucking windows up. All right? And you don't need C4 and in your fucking car or whatever that bullshit is. What are those landmines they put? They exploding all the fucking time.
That's the worst. It's like when they put those
I'm quadding, bro.
What the fuck are those?
The woofers or subwoofers?
No, not the subwoofers. The exhaust.
Oh, the mufflers?
Like the mufflers when they put it where you're literally going 2 miles an hour, but it sounds like you're fucking racing.
You have a little dick if you do that.
I can tell you how many like school zones I've gone through where the guys are literally going at like 5 miles an hour and it sounds like you're fucking racing. You're an asshole for that.
You have a small dick if you do that. If you tailgate people while you're on the road and everyone's driving, pretty chill and you're just on their ass, you have a little dick.
I'm gonna say this out loud. I'm the fucking asshole that if I see that you're being a dick on the road and there's an opportunity to box you in, I'm gonna fucking box you in just to drive you crazy. And maybe you'll slow your ass down.
And Sarah just confessed to doing roadside fatalities and fucking offensive driving.
So. No, I'm being proactive. I'm keeping you from being an asshole. That's our mantra.
Then what do you do?
Don't be an asshole.
And then what do you do? Like, all right, baby, take the wheel. Then you jump on the hood of the car, and then what? You jump on their car?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Or you throw pennies at them.
That will cause an accident.
This is a great song, by the way. I love this song.
What song is this?
I don't know the name of it, but I love it.
Oh, is this what's the name of this band?
Baby, I just told you. I don't remember right now. Hold on. It's too far away.
All right. I'm so cranky now because I need to go to sleep.
So cranky.
All right. So good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night. Till the next one.
I can't do this.